For the dough, I have milk, unsalted butter cut into pieces, sugar, active dry yeast, water, eggs, salt, and all-purpose flour. Okay, the first thing you want to do is bring your milk up to a low simmer, just when you start to see it bubble. Then you turn off the flame. You're going to add your softened butter into it, and that will melt. And your sugar. Okay, and let that butter melt in there. It's very important you cut the butter into small pieces so it'll melt. It has to completely melt. By it being slightly cool, this will also lower the temperature of your milk. Very important not to add the yeast to this milk if it's too hot, so check it with the thermometer. It should be roughly at about 105, anywhere from 90 to 105 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, in this other container I have water that's roughly already about 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's right about 100 degrees, as you can see. So then we're going to add our yeast to that. Add your yeast. Until it bubbles. Okay, these are going to be your liquids here. So very important that this is at room temperature. While the liquids are cooling, go ahead and add your salt into your flour. Mix it up thoroughly. After the milk has cooled down to the proper temperature, you're going to go ahead and add your yeast, which is already foamy. You'll add your eggs. Give it a quick stir. Going to place it into a stand-up mixer with the dough hook, and you're going to add it in slowly, the flour, a little bit at a time. Okay, you're going to start with half and slowly work it in. It's going to be sticky, so we'll just go ahead and start with half. Don't forget, I already have the salt in here. Start it on low. And make sure you get the flour incorporated in there. So give it a few little mixes. Again, this is going to be very sticky. You're going to have to use more flour to work with it. Okay. Keep working it in until you get it all in. Add more flour. Okay, once it's done here, lower it down, and then you're going to work it in. So you can see it's going to be really sticky. So this is where you're going to have to work some flour into it. Okay, for your dough, you're going to lay some flour down. Okay, here's your dough. Again, it's really sticky, so you're going to need flour. You don't want it to get, you don't want to use too much flour. You want to keep it as light as possible so that it just barely doesn't stick to your hands. The more flour you put in it, the drier it's going to be. You want it to be nice and soft, and also you're going to lose some of that softness. So just work some flour right on the top and slowly work it in. Just like that. Avoid it sticking to your hands if at all possible. We're just going to work it in so it's manageable, so we can work it in. And this is about where you want it. Just like that. Okay, don't add any more flour if you need to. So it's still going to be a little sticky, but the stickier the better. Okay, for the soft roll, you're roughly going to do them about 2 ounces, so you can either weigh them out at 2 ounces or you can eyeball them. So if you do that, you can just basically lay it out like a log, eyeball it to half. Okay, just cut them each in half, and you figure you're going to get 3 each one, which means you'll get about 12. So just cut them in thirds. And you should get pretty close. If you can just eyeball it. Okay, once you've done that, then there's a technique in which to roll them. And I'm going to show you. So we're going to bring this over here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to use the palm of your hand and basically let it turn in the palm of your hand. So just like this. Okay? Right into the palm. Okay? Just like that. If you need to add more flour, you can add more flour. Once you get to the point where you get really comfortable doing it, you can do them with 2 hands. Okay? Just like that. And if they get a little sticky, put a little flour in your hands. Not too much. Okay? We'll go ahead and do that one over again. Just a little flour. Like that. And then you're going to proof it, refrigerate it, and then you're going to proof it, and then we're going to bake them off. This is what the Parker House rolls look like when they proof. Place in a 400-degree oven for 10 to 15 minutes. This is what it'll look like when it comes out of the oven. Let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes till it cools down. Remove from oven and let cool anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes before you dice it up. For the chicken salad, I have the chilled chicken breast, celery, mayonnaise, lemon, salt, pepper mix, and parsley. Okay, first thing you're going to do, go ahead and get your celery. You're going to dice them roughly about the same size, so if it's a medium dice or small dice, make sure you keep them consistent. Just like this. Into the bowl. parsley. Chop it nice and fine. And then you're going to chop up some garlic. You can smash it if you want. Add that in. Then you're going to get your chicken, and if it's really thick, cut it in half. Make sure it's completely cooked. Add it in. Same here. Okay, then give it a mix. Add your mayo. Your lemon. And mix. Taste it before you add salt and pepper because you've seasoned it before you put it in the oven with salt and pepper. So you want to double check and make sure that you don't add too much. And we'll give it a quick taste. Just a little salt. And your chicken salad is done. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to cut the roll in half after it cools down. Place a little chicken salad in the center. Just like that. And if you want to garnish it, you can garnish it. And there you go, chicken salad sandwich with the Parker House roll.